Welcome, everybody. I want to do an exercise before we get started here. I want everybody to close their eyes, go back in time. If this experience applies to you, great. If not, pretend it does. Go back to a time when you found out you were expecting your first baby, your first child. Now go through the emotions you were feeling during that time. You were scared, fearful, excited. You were happy. All of those go through your mind. But at the end of the day, you listen to advice, you get advice here, get advice there, all these things. It just goes on for 9 months. Then the time comes and you black out. You wake up and you have a baby. All that advice goes out the window. And you're here. You're in the moment. That's how I feel about this podcast. This is my fourth baby. Now, I don't love it nearly as much as my other babies, obviously. But I want it to do good. I want it to succeed. And here we are. So with that being said, let's get started. I got two guests today. The first one is Bobby Deskin.
Hey.
And I got my boy Pete Chobus with me as well.
Yes, sir. What's up, Patty?
Well, enough of the small talk. I don't know if they enjoyed that. They could have turned it off already. Kind of weird comparing this podcast to a baby. But let's get it started. So we're going to talk the NFL draft, and then we'll get into...
Let's nurture that baby.
Let's nurture the baby. Let's get into the NFL draft, and then we'll talk some NBA later. First things up, we're going to analyze our teams. Pete's a Charger fan. Bobby's an Eagles fan. I'm a Niner fan. I'm not a front runner. I've been a Niner fan forever, but let's break down how we feel about each team's drafts. So let's start with Bob and the Eagles.
All right. Let's talk about our first round here. We went a little surprise and go Jalen Reagor instead of Justin Jefferson. Not my favorite move, but we'll see if it works. That's the first round. I don't know, though. I was a Justin Jefferson fan. I like LSU. Wanted him in Philly. Didn't happen. Hope Reagor works out.
Do you really believe that Reagor's going to work out?
I think he'd be good. I think he was had a high ceiling of all the wide receivers in the draft. I think he was the highest ceiling coming in. But we'll see. We might not have football.
What do they like about Reagor?
Speed. He was the fastest wide receiver.
Oh, we're already into this? Okay, so I imagined you were going to say that, and I happened to pull some numbers, okay?
Is he not the fastest?
Let me find this.
Like
no, first of all,
4.27.
Oh, hold on. I got this covered. Here's the fastest 40 times for running backs and wide receivers in the draft. Top 15, okay? Henry Ruggs, 4.27. Everybody knew that.
That's what Ruggs was 4.27?
Yeah. Quez Watkins, 4.35.
Where'd he go? What draft? Was he drafted?
He was drafted in the 6th round.
Okay.
To the Philadelphia Eagles.
Well, he must only want to run in a straight line.
He's on the Eagles.
I know.
There you go.
Okay.
Denzel Mims, 4.38. Devin Duvernay, 4.39. Basically, the point I'm getting to is Reagor was 4.47. Not even in the top 15.
Terrible.
I read an article. He said he runs a 4.2, and he just wasn't. He wasn't in shape for the combine.
Was there a combine?
It's a virtual combine.
Yeah.
That's why you don't put too much stock in it.
Right.
But at the same time,
numbers are gonna be right.
Here's the problem I have with Reagor. This draft was so deep at wide receiver, it was unreal. Like, this was the deepest draft I've ever seen. There's a few guys I thought they could have waited on because they need more than a receiver. They need a receiver.
They needed Justin Jefferson.
But they're not a good judge of receiver either. Last year they took J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over DK Metcalf.
Terrible.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that until recently. It was insane.
Oh yeah, DK sat on the couch
in the second round or something. But so clearly the lack of they can't judge wide receivers.
And Metcalf last year was arguably the most famous wide receiver going to the draft. Everybody talked about him.
He's a monster. He looks like Brock Lesnar, kind of.
Yeah,
in a way,
similar traits.
For sure.
Obviously,
I can see that.
There's a little bit difference. Buffalo's a monster. But anyway, going back to it, I think they need to address linebacker. I think there's a few things they could have done. I think Kenneth Murray would have been a good pick for them.
How about some more offensive line?
Line's fine. I don't know shit about line, honestly.
I mean,
so whatever.
Either,
I wouldn't even argue if they pick a lineman. I'm like, all right.
Is fragile. So why are we trying to line up?
Yeah,
guys on the outside.
I get that, but they had injury problems. They get Deshaun Jackson back, fine. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside's probably going to start. They're not going to give up on him.
No,
Reagor's fine.
Jackson back. They have Jeffrey.
I guess the main problem.
Deshaun Jackson's 48 years old.
He is. Well, he caught. Yeah, I mean, he's still fast.
Yeah,
they like speed. That's why my whole thing with the speed thing was like so.
Everybody's going the Kansas City route. They all want speed.
They got Reagor, fine. The draft's deep, really deep at receiver. They took Reagor, but they also got two of the top 12 fastest people in the draft, and they got Quez Watkins. And they also drafted John Hightower from Boise State at 4.43. He was so both those guys are faster than Rager. Hightower's a monster.
He's good.
No one knows about him because he's Boise
He played
State.
at Boise State.
Nobody watches him.
Nobody likes
So
him.
they already got the speed. They already have Deshaun. They just traded for Marquise Goodwin from San Francisco.
They have deep wide receivers.
And the other crazy part is,
Arguably, our worst position last year was a wide receiver. We had a third-string quarterback.
fine,
who's the
but they
number one
also
guy.
have Dallas Goddard. They got Dallas Goddard and Zach Ertz. So how many receivers do you really need?
Enough.
They need to address the defensive side of the ball. That was the bottom
They
line.
did.
No, but they should have done it earlier. They
did.
Who'd-
And on the draft.
Who'd they get?
They went and got the best cornerback in football last year, Darius Slay.
Yeah,
Roby Coleman.
fine.
Two
But
good.
I'm just saying they should have got
Darius
younger.
Slay,
They need to
shutting
get younger.
down one half of the
Whatever.
field.
I don't agree.
Okay.
Should have. They did their 7th round draft picks. They're gonna Isaiah Hodgins from
He's
Oregon
gonna
State.
agree. He's gonna agree when Darius Slay's taking pick sixes from Jimmy to the house.
Isaiah Hodgins, 6'4" wide receiver, win the 6th round from Oregon State. Dude's a monster. You don't need to reach that early for Rager. That's all.
No,
That's
I
my
I
wanted
agree
opinion.
with
Jefferson.
that.
I wanted Jefferson.
Absolutely. 100%.
Well, Jefferson was only one pick later.
Yeah, but I mean that's who he was
Yeah, he's
supposed to be the
he's
best
good.
wide receiver.
Yeah, or Judy or one of those guys. But
He went fifth out of the 4
or
wide
sixth.
receivers. went
Jerry Judy wasn't there.
no,
No, he went.
Judy's
he
the
go-
second wide receiver.
yeah.
from
But they couldn't
Denver, I
trade
think.
us.
I mean,
if you're
we're
gonna
not
take a
trading
receiver-
up.
Okay, so let's get.
not
Okay, fine,
trading up.
fine. Let's say I think Rager's going to be fine. It's a reach there, but let's talk about Jalen Hurts. That's your next pick.
It's surprising we drafted quarterback in the 2nd round, but we don't have a backup quarterback. And Doug Peterson is heavy on having good quarterbacks
You know,
on
like
the bench.
you know, like
But
Nate
here,
Sudfeld. Go
Last,
ahead, Pete.
last time I checked, you could only start one quarterback.
That brings. Did you see the? Post?
Yeah, but you also have to realize we have Carson Wentz.
Did you see how? But the problem I had. So
So, I mean, 2 times in the playoffs, the last 2 times we've played in the playoffs, our backup quarterback has been in the game.
the dumbest thing I've seen of the week, one of them, was how the GM defending Jalen Hurts and saying we want 2 top 10 quarterbacks in the league.
Well, we need him.
How do you have 2 if you don't
If
even
any
you don't
team
even
in
have
the
one?
league needs
You don't
him.
have one.
You don't even have one. How do you gonna have
Carson
2?
Wentz isn't a top 10 quarterback?
No,
How?
because availability is part of being a top 10
He played
quarterback.
16 games, started all 16 games last year.
Yeah, because no, it doesn't matter. He went to the playoffs. Nick Foles won a Super Bowl.
Okay, he got to the playoffs and won the division with a 3rd-string wide receiver playing as their number 1 option.
That's
At
because
wide- at wide
their
receiver.
defense kept him in games. He didn't put up a ton of the
He
numbers
had
are.
arguably the worst secondary in football.
That's fine.
Defense kept us in games?
Yeah,
No.
the Eagles weren't putting up 35.
Carson Wentz is the only quarterback in NFL era to
Yeah,
throw for
the-
4,000 yards and not have a wide receiver have over 500 yards.
That's fine. The game's changed. That's because this field's so wide open now. It doesn't matter. People put Andy Dalton throws for 5,000 yards to get cut.
Yeah, but one guy's catching for 1,700
That's
of
fine.
that.
It doesn't matter.
I caught for 75 yards.
That's
Did
fine.
you know
That's
that?
good. No, I didn't.
It
That's
felt
awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
At 75
Anyway,
was 4,000.
I just don't think same thing. I like Hurts as a backup, and they need a backup. So
You have to have
after
one.
I looked into it, I
if
actually
there's
don't mind the Hurts pick,
Any
which sounds
NFL
crazy.
team, if there's
No,
any team
the
in the
Hurts pick
NFL
was
right
terrible.
Everybody's ripping
now,
Hurts.
no, I think it's
No,
I think it's
I
a
don't
good
think
pick.
it's- I don't think it's
If,
terrible.
okay,
But
think about
why?
it this way:
There's-
if you're going to have to put any stock into a backup quarterback, what team in the NFL needs it the most?
Every team.
Philly. Philly
True,
has
yeah.
to have that position.
Why?
Well,
Because
what's
it's
that-
been proven over
But
the
what's
last
that saying
3
about
years.
Wentz's? You just said he
Yeah,
played 16
last year he
games.
played
Exactly,
16
yeah.
games, but both times we got the playoffs, last 2
no, I
times,
agree.
our backup quarterback's been in the game. I would rather have Jalen Hurts out there than Nathan Peterman.
It's Sudfeld.
Yeah, I'm just saying anybody.
Peterman's probably
Sudfeld, who?
bagging groceries in Albertsons
That's
in
what I'm saying.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I'm just
or
using
something.
With a
Peterman as a
mask on.
terrible player.
With a mask
I don't want him on the bench.
He's got a mask on. For
And
sure.
COVID.
Maybe
COVID
Jalen Hurts will play more than we think. Not a quarterback. Maybe he'll be on the field.
No, dude, that's what bugs me.
Maybe he'll be on the field.
No, just that's what pisses me off is people. You
Maybe
drafted a backup
maybe
quarterback,
we're
and now he's
bringing
gonna
back a Wildcat, dude.
no. This when they're gonna put him at running back. He's gonna break his leg, and then Wentz is gonna
Ronnie
break
Brown
his leg, and you're
2.0.
square one.
Ronnie Brown 2.0. We're coming in hot.
I
Like a
can't believe you
Wildcat.
just said Ronnie Brown 2.0.
Yeah.
What's
This
that
is where-
equivalent?
Wildcat, baby.
No, dude.
And that's your 2nd-round pick.
Yep.
So
Ronnie
say-
Brown.
Okay, so you
Say
drafted
that-
Ronnie
say it out
Brown.
loud again.
No.
Shout out to Ronnie Brown.
No, we're
Say
not.
it out loud.
Jalen
Come on.
might be a better running back. Who knows?
Do you hear what you just said? Yeah, exactly. That's the whole premise of the show. Is you say shit out loud, and then if everybody in the room looks at you weird,
Ronnie Brown, baby. Wildcat 2.0.
Ronnie Brown, dude.
Come
Ronnie
Keep
on.
Brown.
acting like you don't
Shout
like
out
Ronnie Brown in
Shout out
San
Ronnie
Diego.
Brown. Whatever.
Hey, wherever you're at, man.
Wow. Oh, anyway, moving on. So we'll get. I'm sure we'll get into it later. I don't mind the Hurts pick, but geez, dude, don't tell me you're putting him at a running back.
He might play.
All right. Hopefully not. Well, hopefully, because then my prediction.
Oh, I love the
He
first
might
play.
play.
He might play a running back. Dude.
That's my second round pick. He might.
He might
All
play,
right.
dude.
Well,
He
not.
might.
I don't think the Eagles season goes well, and I also don't think the Chargers season goes well. And we're going to
You
talk
don't
about.
think the Philly
We'll get
season
back
goes
to
well?
you. Hold on. Let's talk about the Chargers.
Over under 11 wins, dude.
Way under. Go ahead,
No.
Chargers.
We won 8
Let's
last
talk.
year.
Pete, break down the Chargers.
Oh, I don't know. We're going with Herbert, I guess. I mean, I guess he grew up at Chargers.
Does he start though?
No Tyrod.
Tyrod probably starts. Honestly.
Oh, we're talking just draft.
It's a short-
actually.
it's
Go
a
ahead.
short
So it goes
stint for
Herbert.
Tyrod,
Just
though.
the draft. Yep, Herbert.
Tyrod has a history of starting.
That's really
5
no
games.
brainer though, right? You need a quarterback.
Need a quarterback. But
First two were gone.
I'm pretty sure that there were Cam Newton. Like the Chargers are obviously a struggling franchise trying to put people in the stands, right?
Yep.
So why not sign Cam Newton? Like, what are we doing right now?
The problem.
Like, you had Isaiah Simmons.
Talk about availability. Cam Newton's never
and
available.
we're going with Herbert.
I kind of get the point because he's trying to sell tickets. Cam Newton was hurt. What
all the time.
He had an MVP since his MVP year.
Yeah.
Since then, so what's that been? When's the MVP? 15?
4 years ago? 5 years ago?
2015, 2016.
Yeah. What's
he hasn't been
what's
healthy.
he done since? Nothing. He's never
Nothing.
been on the field.
But he's a main
Oh,
attraction.
he's been on the field and he throws a 3-yard out route into the dirt,
Yeah.
He's scuffed.
just short
It's
hopping
terrible.
people.
Yeah.
Short on the back of the lineman's legs. I don't know what you're
100%.
doing, but no. He had talent around him. That's the problem. San Diego has so much talent on the outside. We got
Hunter
Keenan
Henry.
Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry.
The list goes on.
Losing Gordon hurts, but Eckler is a monster when he catches the
Right.
ball. So if
Just
you put
another-
someone, that's why I agree with Cam Newton selling tickets, and if he's healthy, it's not a bad signing. But I think they should have Andy Dalton.
Over Cam
Who
Newton.
doesn't have a job right now? He's
Andy
available.
Dalton would be great to groom Herbert. Newton's a running quarterback. Dalton's a smart quarterback. He's not bad. Everybody blames him for being bad. He's on the Bengals, and he led
Yeah,
them.
but if I'm trying to make money,
That's the difference. If you want to make money, then you
Go
get
with
Cam.
Cam.
If you want to
100%.
win, I think you go with Dalton to
but I
groom
mean, I'm
Herbert.
not mad about
I like
the-
Herbert.
I'm not
Is
mad
a
about
healthy,
the Herbert
Cam
pick.
Newton a top 10 quarterback?
They had to take Herbert.
I'm not
What did you
mad.
just say?
Is a healthy Cam Newton a top 10 quarterback?
With the right weapons. Not really.
And he's got the right weapons.
Yeah, if you put him in Carolina, had good weapons.
So
And he won an MVP?
Hunter
Yeah.
Henry
He got the
is
Super Bowl.
every bit as good as a prime Greg Olson.
Hunter Henry's good. He was out for a year
Right,
or
so
a
give
while.
Cam Newton-
But yeah, if he's healthy, Cam Newton's the weight for 100%.
So why
wa-
come
because-
on, hey Chargers, let's go. Let's get Cam Newton.
Get Cam Newton or Andy Dalton. Get one of them. Don't start Tyrod Taylor. Yes, he led the Bills to the playoffs. For 3 years? Whatever, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
That's
that
not the
don't
future. I don't even know how old he is. I don't care. Tyrod Taylor, different.
I
era.
feel
You
like
have to
he's
throw
been in the
ball.
league for 20 years.
I do too.
Been saying that name for
I
years
feel like
now.
I was a young kid watching him play at Valtech 22 years ago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's like Perry Ellis at Kansas. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
He was at Kansas playing basketball for 9 years. No joke. I was losing my mind. I'm like,
Medical red
his
shirt,
hairline kept receding too every year. And I was like, dude, that guy's 48 years old. Why is he still at Kansas?
Hey,
He's
just
a coach
redshirt.
and player.
He has a gray shirt, a green shirt, a blue shirt, a red shirt,
Medical red shirt.
medical shirt, whatever. Full failed English on
100%.
purpose.
Graduate
so he can play.
transfer.
He's probably playing at some community college right now, just soaking in the sunlight,
Yeah, averaging 30 a game. Nobody hears about him.
taking watches on the side. I don't know. All right. So yeah, Herbert was a must pick. They got Kenneth.
Was it though?
It-
I don't,
they
I
had
don't
to-
feel like it was a must pick. I really don't.
He's the best available at the time.
What do you mean? What's your other option? You need a quarterback.
if you don't
I guess
draft-
You
you
don't
can't-
need. There's other. I would rather have Andy Dalton right now and worry about the quarterback situation later.
That's not terrible.
Like there's
would you-
so many other. Like,
you-
are you taking the best quarterback because you need a quarterback, or are you? Just
Herbert's good. I think Herbert. I like Herbert more than Burrow. I don't even think Burrow's that great. Everybody's gonna rip me for that.
No.
Burrow.
What?
Burrow got 20.
No.
How many people got drafted on
Did you say
LSU?
Burrow's
No.
not good?
What's great about Burrow?
What do you
Oh
mean?
my God, we're gonna get in. No, Burrow's a freaking goat.
Dude,
already.
just put down
He's
the
dying the man.
absolute
Yeah, no.
best season
Dying
of
the man
quarterback in
already.
college history.
Who is he? He threw. So everybody on the team got drafted in like the first 2 rounds.
They should all send Burrow a
Jamar
check.
Chase.
100%.
They should
What?
all be sending Burrow a check
He gets
because he
5%
got
of
them
their
drafted.
You just said Jefferson. You like Jefferson.
I do.
But you like only like cousin Burrow.
Burrow got them drafted.
Burrow played 4 years.
100%.
He's a good leader. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he is the top, the go everybody's making him out to be.
No, he's
He's the best
Right
quarterback
now,
in
he
this
is
draft.
fine.
Yes.
Do you want okay, Joe Burrow or Kyler Murray? Which one?
Joe Burrow.
You're high.
How?
How many beers
Joe
have you
Burrow.
had?
Joe Burrow.
Joe
What?
Burrow.
Kyler Murray, dude?
Give him
Are
DeAndre
you-
Hopkins.
You are No, but I'm not playing the hypothetical game, all that shit. Kyler Murray had a 48-year-old Larry Fitzgerald last year and Charles Clay.
Kyler Murray
So
is
what-
5
and they
foot
won,
6,
what, 4 games?
120
I don't
pounds.
care.
He
Well, how
cannot-
many games
no.
did Kyler
We'll
Murray
see.
win? 4?
I don't know. How many games do you think Joe Burrow? Okay, so similar situations, actually.
Joe Burrow's going
to
to
the
win
Bengals.
games.
On the Bengals?
Yeah.
Joe Burrow
You
is
have
going to
got
be
to-
the most
dude.
impactful.
AJ
player
Green back to the
this
Pro
year.
Bowl.
This podcast
first
has
round.
been officially canceled. I need new guests. This is
AJ
insane.
Green going right back to the Pro Bowl.
AJ
2 years
Green, yeah.
off, 1,500-yard season.
Thank
No,
you.
Stop. Yeah, you're gonna the people. Joe
1,250.
Joe Burrow's gonna put up numbers because they're gonna be down by 30 every game.
What?
The numbers will be there. I'm talking. He's gonna be Andy Dalton 2.0.
No.
Boom.
More like Tony
Andy
Romo
Dalton,
2.0.
dude?
Andy Dalton
Tony
put up
Romo
numbers.
was nice. He was
Tony
great.
Romo. Fine, Tony Romo. But Kyler Murray's gonna be better.
If
than
Joe Burrow is as good as Tony Romo, the Bengals have an absolute great number 1 pick.
Thank you. I
If
agree.
that's what you're
No,
saying,
I didn't.
if he's going to be as good as
on
Tony
board with
Romo,
that.
the
I'm on
Bengals
board.
hit a home run.
I'm saying I like Herbert. So Herbert, if they would have took
Burrow
Herbert, he
will
would have put up
rally.
numbers too.
Tony Romo should be starting in Dallas
That's
right
the
now.
crazy thing. All this is irrelevant because you have to be surrounded by talent or good leadership, whatever. Burrow's in a shitty situation, so we'll never know the truth.
I
All
don't think
know-
it's as
So
shitty
he's
as
not a
people
great
think.
leader.
The
He
Bengals?
can't rally a locker room.
They're getting AJ Green back. That
no,
is
they're
huge.
not. He's not. He's leaving.
Where's
Did
he
he
going to
sign?
go?
He didn't play last year because he didn't want to play in Cincinnati. He's
He
a free
signed a
agent.
franchise tag.
Did he? Is that official? Because I don't.
Yeah.
You have no notes, Mr. No Noters.
Okay.
No,
I haven't
doubt.
seen none. I'm gonna check
right
that
here
out.
in the safe, dude.
No, you called me
Right
the
here
other
in the
day
safe,
and you
dude.
said, are the Bills gonna start Josh Allen?
Or Jake Fromm. What do they do?
Are you
Jake
kidding?
Fromm from State Farm.
Yeah.
Are you
dude.
kidding me? Is he
Jake
wearing
Fromm.
khakis? That's the only way he's starting. He has to wear khakis on the field because the deals he'll get him money.
He's a Netflix goat.
Bills Mafia would wear
He was
slacks.
good. He
Jake
was
Fromm
good.
is a
would be
Netflix
nice.
Dude,
goat.
out there hunting, throwing touchdowns, trashing Tate Martell every week. It was awesome.
Anyway, dude, I can't get over that. Fact. We'll see, dude. Kyler Murray's gonna be better. You guys
So
were
what's
saying-
Herbert's ceiling though? So we're all drawing back.
About
to
the same to
chart.
Burrow. They're the same. I like.
They're
I
the
li-
same.
They're not any better. It's the same.
Ceiling?
It's picking and choosing. It's like you pick a green apple, I pick a red, and then you touch each other. It's
So
the
now
same.
Herbert
They
and
do touch each
now
other.
Herbert and
And now they're red and green. It's the same.
so is Herbert the Granny Smith or which one, dude?
No, they're the same quarterback.
Which
dude.
one's the Granny Smith apple? Because those are the best ones.
Those are green, bro.
Those
I
are
think.
good. That's got to be
think,
Burrow.
I mean,
don't
did they
know.
even play in the same?
That went a little off the rails. There. No one's touching anybody. Corona.
Did they play in the same
6 feet.
collegiate
Pat drinks 3
offenses? or-
Trulies and he tells me Joe Burrow's not good.
No, I didn't say that.
That
I
is
didn't.
the most
I did not-
outlandish.
I did not
the
say that. I
wildest
said
thing
no.
I've
He's
ever
not gonna
heard,
be.
dude.
He's not the next big thing, dude.
Joe Burrow can rally a locker room
Yeah.
like nobody
This
else.
fool's winning.
Look
dude.
what he did at LSU.
He's a winner.
Did you?
Dude.
Is that a real
incredible.
comment, dude?
I will give credit to Joe
At
Brady.
LSU.
I will give credit to Joe Brady for coming there. And
We're talking about one of the top
putting a whole
programs
new
in
offense.
college football history. You can't rally it. I just told
You
you.
mean he didn't play at Alabama?
There's like fifth. They're the same almost. LSU's the next one below Alabama.
Why didn't Jalen
It's not like
Hurts?
he played at like.
Why didn't Jalen Hurts get drafted before Tua?
What?
Yeah, why didn't he? If he's a
I
better
don't know.
quarterback.
Don't start that.
How many titles did Tua?
Don't start
lead
that.
them
It
to?
doesn't matter.
That too is.
How many
I
Tua- how
really
many Tua
don't. I
win?
don't like Tua.
How many
at all.
did?
How many
It
Tua
doesn't
win?
matter. Dude, Hurts got benched in the championship game for Tua.
Okay.
I
And
was
then what happened?
celebrating- I
And
was
then what happened?
celebrating that
Then
Tua
what
got
happened?
picked.
Tua threw.
Tua
a
goes down.
fucking-
Hurts leads them back to the title game the next season.
Fair enough, dude. It does all this.
Hey, after that, Hurts left, and they missed the playoffs twice in a row.
Clearly, we're the experts, so we should probably run some franchises. You know, maybe the Dolphins.
You guys remember how good Alabama was in the
I would have
college
took
football
Herbert
playoff
over
last year?
Tua for sure, too.
Oh, that's right. They didn't get there.
100%.
All right, moving on. So let me go into the 49ers draft. I was fine with their first pick. We need receivers. I was fine moving back. They moved when I saw the highlight. I wasn't even watching the draft. I was watching on my phone. It said Niners trade back. I was furious because I wanted Jerry Jeudy. They traded back one pick. Fine. Bucks drafted Wirfs, I think. They moved. I was like, it didn't say where we moved. It just said traded. I'm like, oh man, come on. I trust John Lynch. Don't get me wrong. I like John Lynch.
Right.
Traded back. Then it said on the clock, 49ers. I said, sweet, move back. Draft Judy. Or even like Lamb or just I need a big time receiver. They drafted the D tackle. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Then we get to the 25th pick. They draft Brandon. I don't even know how to say his name. Ayuk.
He's supposed to be good, though.
Yeah, I was like, I've watched him. And
His tape's good.
Every time I saw him, he's making big plays.
His tape's good. He's supposed
and
to be
I was
really
like, we could have got Judy or CD or I didn't want Ruggs. What was the other receiver?
So who do you
Jefferson.
guys have
I love Jefferson.
White out. You don't like Debo Samuel?
I love Debo, but we lost Marquise Goodwin.
right.
We have
To
Kendrick
Philly,
Bourne.
baby.
Yeah, whatever.
Philly.
He did nothing.
Reap what you
We have
sow.
Kendrick. I like Kendrick Bourne, but we need another
He
another
didn't do
guy.
anything because Garoppolo throws the ball 10 times.
And we have Kittle. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. But you still throw the ball 10 times.
That's right.
Again.
We're going to be in the Super Bowl again. Don't worry. So then we drafted Ayuk, and then I was instantly sold after the comment I heard about his wingspan.
That's crazy.
Are you
huh?
kidding
He's
me?
like 5'9",
Have you heard-
and he has a 6'8".
He's 6
wingspan.
foot. He has the 1 inch shorter than Calvin Johnson's wingspan.
When he stands
So
up,
now
when
you're
he
comparing
stands
him
up-
to Calvin Johnson?
When he
We got the
stands
next
Because
up-
of a wingspan?
We got the next Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, no,
This is
Bro, are you kidding me?
the height's not there.
Oh, my goodness.
No, we drafted a 6 foot Calvin Johnson.
This fool stood up off the couch and his hands were at his knees.
He could tie his shoe.
That's how far his hands
It
are.
was gnarly.
He has got a freaking cake.
So now we
But
have
the guy
Debo.
can't touch his toes.
So basically the Niners have, now we have Jimmy Garoppolo, Debo. We have a guy named Debo on our
The guy
team.
does not do yoga.
No, apparently he can't touch his toes. He's got 6'8" wingspan.
So we got Garoppolo, we got Debo Samuel, and we got Calvin Johnson 2.0.
It's not Calvin Johnson 2.0. The guy's 5'9".
You said Ron.
Stop. Calvin
this
Johnson's
2.0
top five receiver
I think this
of all
podcast
time.
might this is going to be
because the
2.0.
wingspan is in shorter
Ronnie Brown
doesn't mean the
2.0.
height isn't.
Joe Burrow just
What?
got a Tony Romo 2.0.
Dude. Yeah, but it's Calvin Johnson 2.0, Debo Samuel. I didn't know we lost Matt Breida. That shows how much of a
You
I
guys
followed this
traded
stuff
him
during
for
the-
like a 5th rounder.
That's okay. We got Calvin Johnson 2.0. So, but he
not
makes
6'6".
No, but he has.
He's
long
5'9".
arms. He's got long arms. He's going to catch everything. You know what I mean?
Everything. Well, how? What if he's got like a 6'8" guy guarding him?
There's no 6'8" cornerback. Dude.
Well, I'm just saying.
But shit, just
saying.
he was playing. LeBron's playing corner.
Yeah,
Maybe.
coming in hot, dudes. Well, there's no NBA,
So
so
the-
LeBron's gotta do
there's not a
something.
lot to break down with the Niners. I don't think they had a lot of holes. Their defense, they lost DeForest Buckner. They got the D tackle. Fine. I trust Lynch. Shanahan's an offensive genius. Obviously, they were an.
I don't think so.
Bro, last year.
I
this is how
question
bad.
blowing 20-point leads in the Super
No,
Bowl.
that's
a red
obvious-
flag
That's
for me.
questionable.
That's a red flag.
But the Chiefs did it to everybody. So.
Get a 20-point lead and forget how to coach.
No, the Chiefs came back from everybody. Every game
they had a
after that.
15-point lead,
No.
15-point deficit in every game.
Yeah, it's insane to me.
And they came
That's
back.
how good their offense is. But so I trust the. I'll live with that. If I lose the Super Bowl every year, I'm happy.
You're
as a fan.
miserable. Don't lie.
Yeah.
You are miserable if you lose every year.
I am way happy. This is an argument I get in
You
with
are
my friends
happy
all the time.
till Super Bowl Sunday, and then Monday through the whole next week, you're pissed.
No, what do you mean? This? It's an entertainment. Like, what do you mean? If
You're
I-
happy to lose the Super
Yeah,
Bowl
but
last
you're
year?
not happy about
Do you want to go? Do you
The
want to be
clock went
miserable?
to 0 and you celebrated?
Yeah, for one day.
You celebrated when the clock went to
I'm
0.
sad for that one for about an hour.
How many times did you want to kick the couch?
Four,
Yeah.
maybe 4.
You were happy? No.
4 times.
One time each
I
quarter.
would rather not get there.
Or four times in the fourth quarter.
So no, compare to the Bengals who can't. They're 0-85. They haven't done anything in 85 years. You want to be a
that's 'cause
Bengals
they had
fan?
Marvin Lewis
It
for
does-
20
that's the
years.
whole
or
point.
do you mean the Browns?
Anybody, dude.
Baker Mayfield?
Do you want to be entertained for the whole regular season, the whole playoffs, and the Super Bowl, or do you want to be entertained for 4 weeks and be like, "Damn, my season's over"?
I would rather lose in
Stop,
in the
dude. If
third round
anybody
of
who
the playoffs.
says that is
Yeah,
a complete
I'd rather look.
I would rather
I
use
would
the
rather look
title
forward
game.
to the draft, like
Are you-
us lonely Charger
Dude, you
fans
guys
do
are
every year.
sad. You don't want the entertainment week 17 that Sunday. Do you have that feeling? And then you're like, if we win, we're in the
'cause it's a
playoffs.
letdown.
Yeah,
No,
we did it
you
last
feel
year.
Look
shitty.
forward to
It's
the
like your
future.
Super Bowl.
I was pumped last year, week
This'll-
17. We had to
you wanna
beat
look forward to
Dalton.
the future forever. This will be 87-1. Remember back in 94 when those good old Jeff Hostetler teams got me to the playoffs. No, I don't know why I said Jeff Hostetler. It was terrible. He wasn't on the Chargers. Anyways, my whole point is, if I'm in the Super Bowl every year, I'm fine. So if Shanahan and Lynch keep doing their thing, keep replacing talent we lose, I'm very happy with that. And our 6-foot wingspan will get us back to the Super Bowl.
6'8".
Whatever it is.
He's your guy?
Yeah, Brandon Ayuk. He's the best wide receiver in the draft.
Oh my goodness,
Yes.
it's outlandish.
Hands down. All right, moving on. Let's get into some of these. Hold on. Let me see where that was. Biggest disappointment of the. So we talked about
Of
some
the first round?
Of the first round. No, let's talk about the most impactful rookie. Who's the guy? Not necessarily the best numbers. Who's the guy that's going to take his team and provide that improvement for his team to maybe get a couple wins. Not number us. Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Joe Burrow.
I'm going to throw up.
I mean, I'm with Bob.
Do I have both of you are saying Burrow?
I mean,
The one guy?
Rookie of the year. Give it to him.
I'm not-
now.
100%.
Offensive rookie of the year. Give it
so
to him now.
you're already going into the next
Give it
topic.
to him now.
No, that was I looked at my cliff notes, and there
It's
we go.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So
And
just because he's going to put
really
up
need
numbers?
to look at
They
my cliff
have
notes.
so much faith in that dude that they just cut their quarterback.
Faith
that
is-
started the last 6 years.
No, they just realized they can't make it to the playoffs, so they might as well get more talent next year.
So when they
So
drafted
cutting Andy Dalton does what for them? By getting him.
They're going to get him experience, for one. They know they have no chance to win right now with Andy Dalton. They're not going to get – so
No, that's why they drafted Joe Burrow. It gives them a chance to win.
is Joe Burrow better than Andy Dalton today?
Yes.
Yes.
Today?
Right, yeah.
Right now.
You have 10 years of experience,
Yes.
and Joe Burrow's a bet.
Joe Burrow's already 24. That's the knock on him?
No, I didn't say that was
Mature.
bad.
Yeah,
mature.
no, it's not even a knock. He's mature. He's ready.
He's been down.
He's
Give me
ready.
that. That's not a bad point, but I don't think Andy Dalton is better than Joe Burrow
No.
today.
Right now, no.
Okay.
Chance.
0.
All right, so you just took the next stop I got. So both of you are saying Joe Burrow, offensive rookie of the year,
Yes.
and Joe Burrow, most impactful. How many games are the Bengals going to win?
500.
They're going
They're
8-8
8-8.
in that division.
They go 500.
In that division,
Yes.
with the Ravens, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals. That's the right division. I've only had 3 drinks.
You're right.
Yeah, but
You're
who's
right.
They're not beating the Ravens ever.
You just told me the other day you didn't think the Ravens were going to be any good.
I
they were going
did-
to regress.
I did some things. I looked at no. Don't go back. I don't think.
Yeah, now
I look-
I've
no.
done some things.
I've
Now that
done
I
some
hate
research.
Joe Burrow. Now that I hate
No,
Joe
it's not
Burrow
on Joe
so
Burrow.
much.
Their draft went really well. They got some weapons for Lamar Jackson. I'm not getting into
Where's
this.
my phone? I'm ordering Pat a Joe Burrow jersey right now.
Oh, that's an instant. Don't do that. Do you want? Oh, let me get into this. Wait, time.
Instantly
Hold on.
getting you this.
That's a terrible idea. You want to know why?
Why?
Do you want to know the last couple jerseys I've owned?
What?
I'll run through it real fast. Okay.
This is a
First
short
jersey.
list.
Adrian Peterson.
John Lynch.
First jersey. This is not my childhood days or anything like that, but the last couple first jersey, Adrian Peterson. We all know what happened immediately after that.
Tears an ACL.
Suspended. No, that's when he got beating his kid with his switch or whatever. Got suspended. He's back. I love AP, but he went to the Redskins and now he's gone. Next jersey, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh yeah.
We all know what happens. Now I can't even wear that thing without getting shot. You know, I don't know. I like.
Not in Ridgecrest.
He should not enrich. No, it don't matter. But he should have a job, in my opinion. But
Not now. I think 2 years ago, yeah, not now.
he's better
You
than
can't play him not playing
dude. He's better than
5
Nate
years.
Sunfeld. He's a backup. I don't think he's a starter. He's
That's
a
the problem. He won't come be a backup. He
True.
wants
That's
$20
on
million
him.
a
That's
year.
that's fair. Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
on
want to
him.
play. If he wanted to play football, he'd be playing football.
If he's smart, he should go be a backup for the Ravens.
They offered him a job.
Why would you not? I'm
turned
gonna
it
go win
down.
a Super Bowl and just talk to Lamar Jackson all day. I don't know if Harbaugh would.
Ravens offered him a job. He turned it down.
So hold on, you're putting Colin Kaepernick as a second stringer, and you got
Yeah.
them winning the division.
The Ravens?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could be backup at Ravens as long as Jackson don't get ever win the division. Anyway, Kaepernick. So I got Peterson, Kaepernick. Then the next, I have a Marquette jersey, college basketball jersey in between there. Buzz Williams leaves immediately, and their program goes to shit, right? Problems. Then I buy an Auburn. I win the Auburn jersey this year, Auburn basketball in our drunk fantasy football league.
Yeah.
I win the Auburn jersey. March Madness gets canceled. So if you want to buy me a Joe Burrow jersey, I think I'm missing one. I'm not sure.
Buying him a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I won't buy a 49ers.
No, I'm going to buy you an
I'm on
Ayuk.
eBay right now.
Buying him an Ayuk jersey, dude.
I got to do some.
Kid will never play it down.
I got to stretch out my arms. Make sure I expand. Can you expand
It's a
your
long
wingspan?
sleeve.
Whatever. All right. So Burrow. Where were we at?
It's a long
Where were we at for this jersey? Where were we at? Oh, the Bengal Joe Burrow thing. You think I want to? We need a betting board because if
Bengals.
I wish I could bet
go
you.
500?
I'll bet you like
I think they might. Nah, 7 and 9.
8?
8 and 8, 7 and 9.
You guys are.
Somewhere in there.
This is crazy. You guys need to take notes. 8-8. Okay. I'm not going to beat a dead horse, but they're not going 8-8. I'll tell you that right now. All right.
Who's a better quarterback right now, Joe Burrow or Dak Prescott?
Stop.
Who is it?
Just stop.
Answer.
Dak.
No. All the weapons in the world go 8 and 8 every year.
No. Anyway, moving on.
And the
This-
best offensive
dude, yeah,
line.
this will said what's. Oh, stop.
Zeke running for 2,000 yards, only get 8
dude.
wins.
Dak's really good.
You just don't like the Cowboys because you're an Eagles fan.
I just don't like Whack Prescott.
I mean, it is what it is. All right, so Joe Burrow 8-8, crazy talk.
Defensive rookie of the year.
Offense. I still got it. Oh, the most impactful player. You guys both got
Joe
Joe
Burrow.
Burrow.
On defense?
No, either way, most impactful first rounder.
Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Obviously, he's gonna put up numbers. I ain't gonna deny that. Just because he's starting, everybody puts up numbers when you start for the most part.
He's the favorite to win it.
Yeah, he's a favorite. That's rookie of the year. Yeah, no, I get that.
You
He's gonna be favored.
AJ Green. You love AJ.
I do love AJ
And
Green.
now
Actually,
you don't like
do you know
the
what's
guy throwing
funny?
him
Hey,
the
talk
football?
about expectations. I
Now he's a bum all of a sudden.
shout out AJ Green. I actually DM'd that guy and tried to get him on our first podcast. Talk about shooting for the stars, huh?
Oh, yeah. He
Said,
would
"Bro,
have
you-
he would have got here and he would have beat you up for trashing Joe Burrow, dude.
Right, exactly.
I didn't trash him.
I'm about to go TO and cry right now. That's my quarterback, dude.
He ain't doing. He don't care. He don't care. Don't ever talk about T.O. that way. All right. So the biggest impact I think is going to have is Isaiah Simmons, man. That defense was awful. Impact.
And this is another reason why the Chargers.
This guy, he reminds me of Derek Johnson from Kansas City.
I could have seen the Chargers taking Simmons over Herbert.
They could. I mean,
I
if
could've
they
seen
went that way, they could win like Jordan Love. But anyway, back to Simmons, dude. This guy, his speed,
Jordan
he's
Rodgers.
a monster. He's good. They needed. So the biggest thing that the Cardinals needed was to cover the tight ends. They gave up 16 touchdowns to tight ends last year. That's 6 more than any other team in
So
football.
they have no linebackers that can cover.
None. Not a single one. They gave up 16. The next closest was, I think,
Simmons
10.
is an athlete, too.
I think the next closest was like 10. I think it was 10.
He's
Absolute
a
monster.
No, so if you get a guy that can cover the
He can
that
cover.
instantly impacts the game.
Yeah, because you got a guy all over the field.
So it's a great, like, they could have went, they got
Sideline to
Hopkins.
sideline speed.
No, he's
What do you
fast. He's the same. He's
What's
about
his
the-
3-cone drill? I got to know this. Too.
I
That's
don't
gonna
know,
tell
dude.
you everything.
Stop. Derek Johnson, though, he was the same size.
No, but we got to know
I
that.
need
Isaiah
to know
Simmons
those
lighter.
numbers.
And that's what I think they're going to get with Simmons, dude. He's lengthy. He's fast. He's got to match it. In that division, you have to match up with, they pick Kittle twice a year. So you got to match that up.
Right.
And the Cardinals always played the Niners tough. I thought they were going to beat them both times.
I feel like
almost
I feel like
did.
you
Both
say
times.
this partially because you're such a Kyler Murray guy right now.
No,
Only
I'm
because
the
he was on your
defensive side of
fantasy
the ball.
football team.
No, because I watched a lot of the Cardinals, and every week they're getting up.
And by the way,
Siemens.
shout out to fantasy football. I am the champion.
Again,
Yeah,
you
still
won the big league this year?
That's fine. You got to take.
yeah.
He owes me.
Big time moves.
He's got to take me to the next Conor
time
McGregor
moves.
fight.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, we made a kind of a deal.
God, we're going all the way to Russia?
Obviously, if it's no, well, the last one, the Cerrone one, we were gonna go, but it was like ungodly expensive. I ain't gonna make him pay $1,000.
I went to the fight in New York. It was awesome.
Oh, I can't wait.
It was
I
awesome.
have to do that if he ever fights again. I don't know what he does. He fights once a year. It's crazy. Back to Simmons, man. I think that's going to be the most impactful. Obviously, you might not see it, but I guarantee they're not giving up 16 touchdowns to the tight end. He's going to be on the field all the time. Like I could see them making a big difference just because the Cardinals put up points. It was crazy, and they added DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, it was like they
But-
put up
but-
points in the fourth quarters, though. They played
Sometimes,
terrible
yeah.
for
No,
3
sometimes.
quarters of the game.
There was times when that happened.
Then all of
but
a sudden they would come to life.
there was sometimes that happened. I remember watching the games when I was Kyler Murray had -2 fantasy points at halftime, and he had with 47.
Yeah.
Like,
They
okay,
would wait till the
that's fine.
fourth quarter and then storm back into game.
What about the Chargers pick at 23 with Kenneth Murray?
Yeah, no, that's
That's
a
the best value pick in the entire first round.
Oh,
They needed
That's not terrible.
they needed
The whole first
they
round?
needed a run stopper.
Yeah, everybody's gonna say that running back for the Chiefs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I don't know why you have 3 names. Actually, I do know why.
But we were
because he had
talking
2
about
dads.
this
That's
earlier.
awesome.
Dads.
He had
Yeah,
2
yeah,
dads.
yeah.
Never mind. I'm not gonna rip you. I'm sorry, Clyde. No,
I
that's
could
a
put
good
my
story.
nephew at running back for the Chiefs, and he would average 1,000 yards a year.
No, I can think of 4 other running backs that I think would have been fine. I don't think there's very many running backs in this draft that are good. Receivers are stacked.
Running backs don't have a lot of value in the NFL anymore either.
Some years. This year, I think there's probably 5 or 6.
Freaking huck the ball.
Off the top of my head, I could think
There's
of
like
4 or 5.
every year that are really good, and then everybody else
receivers
is
were
just
loaded.
mediocre.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not.
Now there's just
value
one.
pick.
Now
I'm
there's
trying to think
one,
of
and
another
then
one.
everybody else.
No, it's the best value pick in the first round.
I don't know. You could say Judy. Judy dropped way down from where. Like it just depends on your. It's a good pick. I ain't gonna lie. I think so. That's where I thought the Eagles should have went with their first pick instead of Rager. They should have went linebacker, drafted Murray, and then they could have. I wasn't mad at the Hurts pick until they started talking about playing a running back.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What is Kenneth
So-
Murray? What is he? He's like, let's see here.
The Eagles went and got that Kayvon Wallace kid too. He's good. He was supposed to be a second round pick. They got him in the 4th.
yeah. So yeah, I think the biggest impact is going to be Isaiah. I like to. And I'm not looking at linemen. Let's be honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to break down film on a lineman pancaking some dude and be like, oh, he's a monster. Like I do like there was people that dropped Josh Jones from Arizona. It wouldn't. I don't even know what round. 4th or 5th round probably. He was projected like the 3rd round draft pick. Josh Jones. He was projected in the 1st round. Arizona had a monster draft. I'm mad they're in our division, actually, because I like them. Obviously, I'm a little biased because I like
So
Kyler Murray.
Arizona wins the division.
No, the Niners are going to Super Bowl, dude.
Dude, the Niners regress?
Who's guarding the dude? Who's guarding
Niners
Ayuk?
regress.
Do the
for
Niners
sure.
regress from last season?
I think so.
No.
Are they better this year than last year?
No, but they're the.
So you're riding the coattails
I think
of Garoppolo.
I think
Like
Seattle.
you love them that much.
Seattle's
No,
going to be good.
I think Seattle. What?
I think Seattle's
I
gonna be
think
good.
no. Seattle's out.
They're finally
Everybody's
putting
used to
defense-
Seattle
they're
doing
finally
it.
going back to
Russell
defense.
They're going
Wilson's
6 and
a
10.
top
Wilson's
5
fine. They're fine.
quarterback. Top
Just-
5.
Yeah. Doesn't mean. You think Joe Burrow's the best thing since?
I do.
Sliced bread, homie.
I almost
really
said
do.
that.
The best thing since sliced bread, dude. Joe
Wonder
Burrow.
Bread.
Wonder Bread. But anyway,
Put that dude on a Wheaties box.
we'll
right
go.
now.
So I was
Signature
going to
select.
We'll
Use
do
that.
the NFL breakdown once the schedule goes out. When the schedule is officially released, when we know the dates, we'll go through we'll have a whole NFL show.
I just saw the Eagles schedule.
No, you know who they're playing. You don't know when.
I
if
saw
it's
the whole thing, dude.
no, you
Straight
don't.
17
It's not
Ws.
released. Oh, 7. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
It's the
16
first round-
games, dude?
Yeah, but the first round playoffs, we count that as a W, too.
Oh, is they got to buy? So we'll set 17-0. I already saw it. When that's released, we'll have a podcast to break down all the standings by division and all that. All right, so we got Joe Burrow, most impactful, Isaiah Simmons for me. What about the biggest disappointment in the first round?
I got the Raiders draft pick. What was it?
Ruggs?
Arnett?
Henry Ruggs?
Yeah, Henry Ruggs. Why are we going with that guy?
I don't know how
Okay,
you
he's
drafted.
fast.
The dude was the 3rd best receiver on his college team, and he was a first wide receiver drafted.
Yeah. I can see that.
How did
Devontae Smith's already a first-round talent projected for next year.
Yeah.
And Judy. And they got a 5th-ranked quarterback draft. I get it. Anything else? It's just speed. Al Davis is still in their minds.
Yeah, no. So they love
RIP.
speed.
What do you mean? Yeah, they
That's
love
it?
speed. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're just going to go, oh, the Chiefs are doing it. So now Derek Carr is Patrick Mahomes? Or?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I
Then
agree.
why are we?
It's the
then why
not.
are we
I don't think it was.
drafting- I hate the Raiders. I absolutely.
Well,
I have a
forgot.
biased opinion.
I forgot he's a Charger fan. This makes sense.
No, so I absolutely the Henry.
I don't see Derek Carr.
But
getting
you
through
like
the year.
you like Denver. Do you like Denver's picks? Judy and KJ Hamler, monsters.
I like Drew Lock.
Drew Lock.
But yeah, no, I agree. The Raiders reached
That dude
a little
looks
bit.
12 years old, though.
They did. They needed receivers though.
He looks 12.
Where would you rank Ruggs though? That's the problem. The receiver class was crazy deep. Going back to what I said earlier,
Henry Ruggs
he's blazing.
in his entire collegiate
drafted
career never caught more than 800 yards.
Because he was the 3rd option in Alabama.
at the very most.
So
second.
now he's
and
a
everybody's
top
guarding
20
Judy. Right.
pick.
But this is where I go back to
This is
Tua.
what
Tua
we're doing?
literally had 3 of the top 5 wide receivers in the draft, and he couldn't get to the playoffs.
I just said that about Joe Burrow, and you guys looked at me like I was insane.
Joe
Jamar-
Burrow won a national title. Brought home a
They still
national.
had
winner.
Brought home a natty.
Dude, you guys just caught.
Tua didn't even get to the playoff.
Continue on. I
dude.
don't care.
Twice.
Fans, please chime in, or any listener that's out there. My one listener, I love you.
From Brazil, hopefully.
It's Fabricio Verdum.
Pat can't even pronounce his name right now.
What is it?
I don't know. Who is he?
The fight. You don't.
Oh,
you
you're
know,
talking about Verdum?
Fabrizio?
Is it Verdum or Werdum?
Verdum.
But it's a
It's
W.
a W, yeah. But he's
It's crazy.
yeah.
Some guy called him Werdum or some crazy style. Like, you're out. You're out.
He's French?
All right. So you got Henry Ruggs. Who do you have?
Jeff Oduka, cornerback that went to Detroit.
Third.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a disappointment. That's too much.
But does anybody watch enough Detroit
It's the
football
Lions.
to be
Nobody-
But I'm just
disappointed?
saying, it's the Lions, dude.
What's he disappointing? The three Detroit Lion fans?
He's going to be the biggest disappointment in the first round.
No, there's literally Kevin Bitter. Shout out Kevin.
Yeah.
There's 3 Detroit Lion fans.
Yeah, and Eminem is currently throwing up
Yeah,
on his mom's spaghetti
I don't know.
because of this.
I think that kid's not going to be that good. He's
That was almost as bad, bro. That was almost as bad as me touching each other with the apples. So said Eminem threw up on his mom. Hey, no, but for real, no. I get your point. Like taking him to third.
That's tough.
Then
Throw him to the wolves out there. Dude.
yeah. So they let Darius Slay go, right?
So this guy's got to fill Darius
No,
Slay's
so yeah,
shoes.
I feel
this
like
is-
he just
this is a
Googled
good
that
point.
right now.
No, that's not a bad. Darius Slay left, and they replaced him with the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
That's so the Niners let DeForest Buckner go, but we got the guy at 15.
Yeah.
That's a good, respectable pick, I think, to replace somebody. To take a guy at 3, why not draft? They could have got.
And he's got to replace the dude who was the
They
best
could have took
corner
a
football
quarterback to replace maybe Stafford. How old is Stafford? I feel like Stafford's been in the league for 84 years.
I mean,
another
Stafford's
guy.
old.
And he'll put up numbers.
Yeah,
but then
they don't
again,
matter.
Exactly.
Calvin Johnson was
That-
so
that
many
division
quit. He had 5 years left on a contract, $100 million. He said,
Could have been the
"Fuck
best
that."
receiver
Fuck.
ever.
He might be.
Maybe he'll come back and play with the guy my wingspan guy. We'll have Calvin Johnson and Calvin Johnson 2.0. Hey, John Lynch, get on the phone with Calvin Johnson.
I
1.0.
don't think Detroit's giving up the rights anytime soon.
He's got to be a free agent by now.
If you don't play, you don't count against your contract.
You just still. Detroit would trade
5
him.
years.
If you went to him and said, I'm not playing, just trade me.
They might. I don't know.
How? Whatever.
It worked for Gronk.
So yeah. So
That's
yeah,
a different breed, though.
So all right. So that
Did you hear
dude,
the story about that fool getting traded to the Lions? Gronkowski?
Oh, and he said he was going
I
to
did.
quit.
I
Yeah.
did.
He out Belichick?
No, he didn't.
Yes. Belichick
Checkmate.
called him and told him we traded you
Well,
to
no,
the
that's-
Detroit Lions. And he said, how can you trade me? I retired.
Yeah, I'm done.
He said I retired.
Hanging up the cleats.
They said, okay, never mind. Trade voided. 3 weeks later, I'm decided I'm going to play again.
Exactly.
I'm back.
Where was my disappointment? I have so many disappointments. Like CeeDee Lamb, dude, doesn't do it for me. CeeDee Lamb, there's so many expectations.
He wasn't even allowed to choose his jersey number. He wanted 10. They made him wear 88.
Really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
No, but the problem is CeeDee
You
Lamb.
don't get
is-
a choice?
I don't think it's really CeeDee Lamb's fault that he's going to be the biggest disappointment because the Cowboys fans are insane.
Well, yeah. I mean, it sucks when you're out there trying to catch balls.
It's
from
almost
Dak
like the
Prescott,
Charger fan.
man.
You're a little. I mean, I hate Charger fans. You're a little different because not every week I log in to social media and you got the hashtag bolt up. Anybody that has that shit, dude, it drives me
Oh,
insane.
Hey, I
dude.
bolt up, though.
Did you see the Titans stole it?
Anytime we go,
Titans
Did you see
stole it, yeah.
Tighten up.
I know, dude.
Tighten up. Just stop.
Well,
just don't say
Titans are
it.
using it in the playoffs.
I hate when the Niners
you're
do
not
it.
tightening anything up.
No, I
with
hate when
Tannehill.
anybody uses it. I don't even like when the
No, it's
gang.
Derrick Henry, dude. Derrick Henry lead the
Niner
way.
gang. I'm not in a
guy's
gang,
a
dude. I just like the
freaking
49ers.
monster.
Who?
Derrick Henry, dude.
Yeah.
He's a fucking.
Those are Captain Obvious over here.
100 and a touchdown every week in fantasy football.
Oh my god.
Still didn't get me to the
Is he
playoffs.
the number one pick in fantasy?
Yeah, Bob Adams. This guy had him in fantasy, went 0-16.
No, I did not, dude. Stop. I
I
went
know you
7.
did. I don't. It doesn't matter. But no, CeeDee Lamb. There's so many.
Kind of like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, dude.
Do you think Cowboys fans are going to be disappointed with CeeDee
I think
Lamb?
they booed Whack Prescott off the field this year.
They
but-
have so
but-
many weapons.
But there's too many like CeeDee Lamb.
That's what I'm
he's
saying.
going to make a
if
difference.
Dak
many
doesn't win
weapons.
12 games, then he's getting booed off the field.
But CeeDee Lamb.
But then
he'll-
again, he's never won more games.
Gallup's not nice.
no, the problem. This is
Gallup's
what I.
nice.
This
He
is
made
what's going. I'm
strides.
going to tell you what's going to happen in Dallas this year. They're going to go 12-4, and they're going to win the division. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. This happens every couple years. Hold on. They're going to go 12-4. They're going to win the division. Because let's
Can't
be
win
honest.
the division at 12 and 4 if the Eagles go 16 and 0.
Okay.
Oh,
let
come
me
on now.
explain. So this happens every couple
Jalen
years.
Hurts at running
I
back.
remember last Thanksgiving, and I'm like, damn, they're going to have to fire Jason Garrett after Thanksgiving. And he's still there.
No, he's gone. He's in Washington as an offensive coordinator.
No way.
You did not know this?
No. Who's their
Garrett's
coach?
dropping 50 on him
Who's
twice
their
a
coach?
year.
See, that's how.
Ron Riviera is the head coach of the Redskins.
He's the
Jason
Redskins.
Garrett's the offensive head coach.
Who's the Cowboys coach? You're cutting this if this is real.
Mike McCarthy?
Is that real? Someone tell me if that's real.
I have no idea.
I know, but I don't trust you, Bob.
Okay.
You don't have notes.
Okay.
All right, so we'll cut this out. If this ain't real,
I wasn't ready for this.
I'm looking at that. That's crazy.
You guys, where did you guys miss this?
Dude,
like
we have to
6 months
Dude, I didn't
ago.
even know.
Come on, man.
Okay, this is
Where
cut.
were you
We're
6
cutting
months
that.
ago?
Dude, I don't know.
Jesus.
That was 6
I
months ago?
seriously.
Mike
did not
McCarthy's out there trying to cut Dak, dude. He's the reason he's not getting
know. Wait, I
paid.
did know this.
Jason Garrett got fired, dude.
Okay.
He went to the Redskins. He's dropping 50 on the Cowboys twice a year.
Well, whatever. They're still going 12-4.
No chance, dude.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks, dude. We're cutting that part out. You can edit that.
Yeah.
That was
You're not cutting that
No,
out.
that's embarrassing.
Cutting that out.
I got
dude.
cut in my tracks
We're
too.
not
I just-
cutting that out.
I got
just
cut
lost.
in my tracks. Yeah, we're cutting.
I just lost.
I was cutting the
Oh,
tracks.
dude.
Just put you
Yeah,
both
yeah,
in
yeah.
the fucking mixer,
Yeah.
dude. You're going to cut it.
Whatever, dude. Say it out loud. It's fun. You say dumb
Wow,
shit. And you
dude.
say dumb. Jason Garrett is I got a fact check. He's, the
The
Giants. He's on the
Redskins?
Giants.
Giants offensive take corner. That's right.
Whatever. So
Not the Redskins, Giants.
blame me, yell at me, rip me. I don't care. He's
Daniel
on the
Jones
Giants.
throwing 17 touchdowns
That was
in 2
awful.
games against
I'm so
Cowboys.
embarrassed. I'll do better homework. Probably
Come
not.
on,
I don't
man.
care.
Mike McCarthy's back
running it.
after a 5-year hiatus.
But anyway, Dallas will still go 12-4. I was gonna say they're gonna go 12-4. Jason Garrett's gonna get a extension.
Instantly, none of that can be true, dude. Instantly.
We still hate Jason.
Scrap those
flustered, dude. I'm
plans.
flustered.
Just go ahead and scrap that prediction.
Jason
real quick.
Garrett, Jason Harris. They're still going 12-4. It does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
Clap it up, man. Clap it up, Jason.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
12-4, whatever.
8-8, dude.
Yeah.
That's Dak. 8-8.
Anyway, the Cowboys win the division. Where were we at, dude? CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb will be. He's not going to be.
Where'd Dak go to college? Mississippi State?
Mississippi
He
State.
went to a couple different
Mississippi
colleges.
State.
He
Who cares,
ended at
dude?
Mississippi State.
Why are we mad at Dak right now? I'm talking about CeeDee Lamb. I'm talking about the draft. We'll break down all your NFL stuff later.
Yeah.
Dak is not whack. All right.
Dak is whack,
CeeDee
bro.
Lamb will be the biggest disappointment in the first round, just based on the fans' expectations of him. He's not taking away Amari Cooper's targets. He'll make big plays, but he's not going to lead him to a Super Bowl.
I think the locker room implodes.
I post with the post on who's the rookie of the year. Someone posted a picture
what
of
are
a
the odds?
CD and a Lamb already. Like he's the GOAT. Like whatever. I don't care. The
So
odds
where's-
CD Lamb I think was 18-1. I have those right here. So let's
He
look.
might.
At,
Yeah,
he
let's
might
see that.
out-target-
I want
he
to
might
see where
out-target
CD
Cooper.
Lamb's at.
if Cooper's hurt, maybe this is all
might
based
out-target.
on injuries not happening. That's all right. So that's the big. Who's the second round guy you guys got? Second round biggest impact. Let's get through it quick. Any second round or later guy?
I don't know. I think it was really tough.
Kayvon
I
Wallace
know-
in the 4th. He was supposed to be a second rounder.
Who's that guy for the Colts?
He was
I
the
like
Clemson
both their
safety.
picks in the
Jonathan
second round.
Williams.
I like both.
Jonathan
their
Taylor.
picks.
Ooh, I
Jonathan
like
Taylor.
the Colts pick for quarterback
What?
to replace
Colts did
Rivers
great
in
in
one
this draft.
season.
They have Brissett already. Who they drafted? I don't even know who they drafted.
Brissett's a free agent after next season.
They got
No,
John,
so they
well,
got-
John,
what's
Michael
that kid?
Pittman, Michael Pittman from USC,
Nice.
and Jonathan Taylor from Wisconsin, the running back. To spell
Of
Mac.
course. No, yeah.
That's gonna be. I would struggle with that one because I think Mac they'll split. So I don't.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's gonna have a
that's-
big impact, but
100%. So
Who,
that's why I think the top two right there go to the Colts.
The Colts drafted Jacob Eason, the
oh,
quarterback.
that's not bad.
He's not a bad quarterback, and he's going to sit for a season behind Philip Rivers, and then
Trade Brissett.
Brissett's a
Oh,
free
Brissett's
agent after
gone.
this season.
I might as well trade him now.
Unrestricted.
They can
gone.
trade him now and get a receiver.
Freaking
got
Jacoby,
what's
though.
his
Eason's gonna
Shout
sit
out
for a
to
season.
negotiating
Start.
his
Yeah.
own contract, though.
Not bad.
I like Taylor. I
situation.
like Taylor. Taylor's gonna be nice. He's gonna give Mac the
Jonathan
ability.
Taylor?
He can keep Mac healthy by sharing the carries.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna obviously provide spark for them.
100%.
And that they're going to win that division. Colts. I think the Colts do. But going back to I think one of the guys is nobody.
Colts
I mean,
win the
I haven't
division?
really seen. We'll talk later. I think Cam
I think
Akers.
that's a little bit of
He
a
doesn't
And
want
this
the
goes
Colts to
into
win
my
the division.
offense-
Phil
this-
Rivers out there winning.
This goes into my offensive rookie of the year.
Absolutely.
Offensive rookie of the year and the biggest impact from the second round later is Cam Akers.
I saw he's at 5,000 to 1 odds too.
No, it's plus 50,
5,000.
50 to 1.
It's 50 to 1 plus 5,000.
Cam Akers, he's going to start for the Rams. Gurley's gone. They drafted him early in the second roundish.
I saw he's 50 to 1. Yeah.
Something like that.
Plus
Cam,
5,000.
he's a monster at Florida State. No one talked about him. He had kind of a down year. Like against the big schools, he didn't really perform that well. At least last year, the Clemson game I watched. But
It's like Drew Lock at Missouri.
dude, he has
like
vision.
1
He's
in 12
good.
against
Like,
ranked teams.
and there's a lot of guys, man. There's J.K. Dobbins in Baltimore is going to be nice.
J.K. Dobbins is good at Ohio State.
But they have Ingram. Cam Akers, they have Malcolm Brown
He's
and
small, though.
Darrell Henderson.
It's like little Sproles.
Darrell Henderson. They don't trust Henderson. They just drafted that guy last year. So why would you draft a guy in the second round if you trust the guy you just
They
drafted?
really
I think,
like
Nobody,
I think
nobody
Akers-
really. They don't trust.
so that's my
Henderson.
pick for.
They don't.
So you guys got Burrow.
It's a lock.
So we'll pick the favorite.
It's a lock.
You guys pick.
It
the
is a favorite.
But no, I like Akers. If I had to pick someone a little bit better, I do like Jefferson on Minnesota.
Okay.
He's replacing Diggs. He's going to
Yeah.
get targets.
He's going to get a lot.
The problem is they run a shit
But
ton.
Thielen's going to eat up targets. That fool eats up. He can
If he was last year is hurt.
Yeah,
If-
but
yeah, if he stays healthy, then fine. Or if they don't run it 75 times a day, and Kirk Cousins throws it
Right.
8 times.
Yeah.
If they have to throw, Jefferson's a monster. He's going to get targeted. He's immediately starting opposite. Irv Smith is going to take away some too from Alabama from 2 years ago. And then defensive rookie of the year. Any thoughts?
Chase Young.
Yeah,
gotta
I'm
be
in
Chase Young.
agreement. I like Simmons' impact, but I think Young's
Gotta
going to
be
be on the
Chase
field the whole time.
Kind of like Simmons.
Yeah, Young's going to be on the field all the time because their offense is going 3 now.
Yeah, I think that separates him. I think
Yeah.
Simmons will make a bigger impact as a team, but I think
Chase Young will play more
Young's
plays.
numbers are going to be insane. He's
Because
going
he's going
to
to play twice as many plays.
yeah, he's going to get 15 sacks.
Chase Young's
Staying
gonna be
healthy.
a defensive rookie.
So that's my pick with that.
Dude, everybody in Ohio State said that he was better than both Bosa brothers.
The people
Coming out.
Well, you said we say a lot. Everybody says that. People say a lot of things, but we'll see on the field
Did they actually say it out loud?
No. Most of them.
to their friends, just to their friends, not on the podcast. Anyway, I guess we can get into this NBA GOAT talk if you guys want to.
It's not
We
even
gotta
a
look.
question, though.
He's not picking Jordan, is he?
All right, so I'm going to stay out of this. So
I knew
time
you're
out,
not
time
picking
out,
Jordan.
time
This is
out.
the easiest debate I've ever been in
So
my life.
before
He's
we
not picking Jordan.
get started, I'll share my thoughts with it. There is no right. I'll share it after. Let these two knuckleheads go at it. We got the draft covered. We're going to cover some more NFL next week. Let's get into NBA a little bit though.
Are they coming back?
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about this the other day. I think they need to do that. They need to do a tournament March Madness style.
So they said today the MGM offered them a 1 block radius on the strip
In Vegas.
for them to have every player, every team, and play all the games.
That'd be
No,
classic.
they need to cut it and change the whole. They need to do a 32-team tournament
Start
like
the playoffs.
March Madness.
Regular season over.
One
start
and
the
done.
playoffs.
Just this year.
Just this year. Just to
Just
try.
this year.
Just to see. It's chaos. We're in
One
Corona.
and done?
1 and done. 32-team
We got
March
the
Madness style.
coronavirus going on. One and
32
done.
teams. You can't do
Yeah.
32 teams.
Isn't there 32 teams in the league?
Yeah, 16 though.
No, do all 32. What are you afraid of
8 and
the?
8 from the East.
What are you afraid of the Charlotte Hornets
No.
upsetting
Okay,
the?
so say you let everybody come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is the Warriors now get Clay and everybody back? 'Cause
Are
now
they
they're
healthy? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
If they come back
this
at
is
all, they're-
exactly why
what
we
do you
need
mean?
this.
If they resume right now, Clay's healthy. He's playing.
He wouldn't have been.
Oh, it's
So
not.
now the Warriors are back to full strength.
So we can put an asterisk.
You got a
next to it, sure.
16-win team.
It does exactly.
running
So we can put an asterisk.
Are you
next
not-
To
are you not
LeBron.
entertained?
I'm
We can put an
entertained.
asterisk next to another one of LeBron James's championships. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
No,
Lakers were winning it all anyway.
There's 5 teams that can win.
I'm a
anyway,
Lakers
go,
fan.
but no, but do you
There's
not?
no
you
way the
wouldn't watch
Lakers
it?
weren't winning it all.
Are you mad if it's
For Kobe.
if it's like that? 32
No, I don't bother me.
teams.
I think one and
2
done's
weeks.
rough.
That's
But you got to have 3 games.
but we're in a
One
weird
or done.
time, dude. We're in a
One or
coronavirus.
done?
They could have just labeled
What do
it
you mean we're in a
coronavirus.
time, dude? They're gonna play basketball. That's all they're gonna do. No
They're not gonna
fans.
finish it.
It's like summer league, dude. Play 20 games a day.
That's healthy.
Yeah, but these guys are getting paid $30 million, not $500,000.
Well, it's true.
Whatever, dude. Okay.
Sounds like they need to work more.
All
Earn that
Go.
money,
Let's
player.
get into
Earn
go.
that money.
Earn them.
Get into the GOAT conversation. Let's go ahead with. I don't care. When do you start?
Yeah, no.
I'll tell you my thoughts after this. This whole
Go
thing's
for it,
over.
bro.
It's LeBron. It's LeBron.
Why?
It's him. He's better than Mike.
Unlock that safe.
He's better than Mike. He's a better shooter, a better passer.
shooter than Mike?
He scored more points on less shots. That's a higher percentage. So he's
Because
not.
he's 6'8", 260. Of course he's shooting layups.
Okay.
So that makes him a better.
That makes him a better shooter. Yeah. You don't have to shoot. They don't tell you where to shoot from. You choose.
Fair point.
So he's played
gotta
on.
pick where you shoot the ball
he's played
from.
So
It's not.
will
It's
you
not
admit-
LeBron's fault. Mike wanted to shoot 20-footers and not 2-footers.
So when he got drafted to a bad team. So he's been on bad teams. So he's putting up like Kevin Love numbers on bad teams.
But he made those bad teams really good.
Sure.
Dude was taking
He's
teams
great.
with Pat on the starting 5 of the finals.
Dellavedova.
We'll had Sasha Pavlovich
Sure.
in the finals, bro.
He's great. But okay, that was in the East though.
Pippen had to get them to the finals.
So you know who has the most wins against 50-plus win teams in the playoffs?
Who? Mike?
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe? But Kobe's not the GOAT. Let's be real.
He's not.
No.
You think is he even
He's
in
a
the
second. He's a second-rate Jordan.
Is he in
Second-rate
is
Jordan.
He
He played against
so he's
tougher
not,
competition.
Is he in the conversation at all to you?
No.
Not even in it. Is it just two? Is it just LeBron and
That's it.
Mike?
That is
It's Mike and
absolutely
LeBron.
crazy to me how Kobe is not even recognized
Because you can't be just a Jordan 2.0 and be better than Jordan.
but he played against more competition.
Who?
Kobe.
Who did he play against?
Look at Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady. Who are you playing against? Jeff Hornacek?
How many
Really,
times?
Michael
okay,
Jordan played against Jeff Hornacek, Dan Marley.
Was there ever a time
Thunder
Michael Jordan
Dan.
wasn't the best player on
Thunder
his
Dan.
team?
dude.
Really, where's
Money.
Thunder Dan is now holding credibility
Okay.
when
Was
he
there
couldn't
ever
when he
a
couldn't
time-
hold Tracy McGrady's jock strap.
Okay. Was there
in his
ever
prime.
a time when Kobe Bryant wasn't the best player on his team?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so is there ever a time Michael
That's-
Jordan
that's
wasn't the
stupid.
best player on his team?
That's stupid.
Yeah,
That's
but
just
he never
timeout.
won in the
Has
80s.
LeBron never
a
not
ref.
been the best player on his team?
I'm a
He had
referee.
Sasha Pavlovich.
That's
He already
stupid. That's a stupid argument with Kobe.
You also had
'cause-
Wade and Bosh.
So you're just mad because Shaq was on Kobe's team?
You can't not be the best player on your team and
you
be the
can.
greatest of all time.
Right now, LeBron's not the best player on his team.
yeah.
Currently.
Right now?
Currently.
Yes, he is.
No,
this
is
it's
how
not
I feel.
Anthony Davis.
This is
No,
Anthony Davis. Current the
This is-
current
this is
state
how I feel.
of the world. Anthony Davis is a better basketball player than LeBron James
No.
right now.
No. The Fool won 16 games in New Orleans. He couldn't even get 20 wins.
No, he went to the playoffs. Drew Holiday to the playoffs.
Drew Holiday.
Come on,
all those guys.
And you couldn't name another
I'm not.
player.
It's not a knock on LeBron. Anthony Davis is like, I don't know how many years younger. This fool's a monster. Inside.
He's not better than LeBron James right now.
Yeah, he is.
You know, LeBron's still the best player in the league.
No.
In the
No.
In the league.
I don't really.
In the league.
He's probably
So
second.
as a
Anthony
Laker
Davis.
fan, I'm sitting there watching the game, and then within the last 2 to 3 minutes, I'm sitting there going, we got to throw the ball into AD. Like, we're not going to LeBron James. You have to toss the ball inside.
Why?
AD's a walking bucket.
So is LeBron.
No, he's not.
He's been his whole life.
No, absolutely not.
Every time.
No. Where you could count on Kobe every single time down the floor. Last 2 minutes, who's taking the shot? There's
I
no
don't
question.
Jeremy Lin waving him off in L.A.
Oh, sure. That was when he was 37 after his Achilles.
I don't know. I've never heard anybody in the world say, is it Kobe or Jordan as the GOAT? I've never heard that in my life.
This is my take.
Yes,
We're going to wrap this
100%.
up. We're a
That's
little-
never.
Does Kobe have any bronze medals in the Olympics?
I don't know. The Olympics aren't the NBA, dude.
No, but it's still the same thing. Like, you got to hold yourself accountable even for the
Carmelo is easily the Olympic GOAT when it comes to basketball.
LeBron James has a bronze medal.
You said Carmelo?
He's an Olympic GOAT when it comes to basketball.
That's why it was $5 on that thing the other day. I was losing my mom.
And he
His
still has
mom wouldn't have picked him.
And he still has a
No one's
bronze.
picking that fool.
He still has a
wouldn't
bronze
pick
medal.
himself. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. We got about an hour done. We're gonna get it. We were gonna get in the UFC, but we're gonna come bring that to you on episode 2 for the next week. Maybe we'll resume this GOAT talk. I'll give you my take real quick. There's no right answer to this, but there are a lot of wrong answers. In my opinion, there's 3. It's Kobe, Mike, and LeBron. You can twist it all you want, whatever you got to do, but those are the only 3 legitimate correct answers. And no one really changed their mind. It's about the generation you grew up in, who you liked watching. That's how it is with every sport, except for wide receiver. If you say Jerry Rice isn't the best wide receiver of all time, you're high. So that's it. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. We're out.
Sir.